Ladies and gentlemen, we're only 1 minute until we go live on the PageantCast. It's going to be a fantastic program. You won't want to miss a second. Take your seats and sit in the big YouTube theater for a live PageantCast tonight on the PageantCast. Welcome to the PageantCast.com. We're about to have a live show. If you want to participate, make sure to log in on our social stream and our chat room. We might be able to see some of them. Of course, when you do a live show, we got to keep the stream live, so that's always of the utmost importance. But if you have a great question out there, we just might use it on today's program. So if you put something out on our chat, it is fair game for us to use on today's show. Hope you enjoy the PageantCast. Of course, check us out on our YouTube page, where this show will go after we're complete with the program today. Of course, we got lots of great stuff that we want you to check out at PageantCast.com. So check it all out, PageantCast.com, or go to our YouTube channel. Hope to see you all there. And now it's just about time for our live show.
Welcome to the PageantCast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
We are live. Everybody, we are so alive. It's exciting. We have a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be going live in just a moment. I want to remind everybody very quickly that during tonight's show, we have a couple special features. First of all, we're now on YouTube. So if you go click on the eye that's up in the corner, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to see some special features like our past Globe participants that have been on the show, and you'll be able to participate in our poll. So you can go and check that out. But even more importantly, if you go all the way to the right of the screen, you're going to find our chat room. And in there, you can type out questions that we'll be able to utilize with our special guests tonight. And who are those guests? Well, I'm going to be introducing them in 3, 2, 1. You're watching the PageantCast, and we're so excited that you could join us today. We have a very exciting evening because tonight I have not one, but I have 2 guests. I have Lynn Gauvreau, Mrs. Ontario Globe Classic 2017, and Sue Connors, Mrs. Canada Globe Classic, and we have them both right now in the Skype rooms. Hello to both of you.
Hi, Tim.
Hello. Okay, now to keep things from getting too crazy, I'm going to be asking questions one at a time and kind of jumping back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Lynn, where are we calling you today?
I live in Eastern Canada, which is Ontario. I reside in the border of Ontario, but I do commute every day to Quebec, where I work.
Okay. And Sue, where are we calling you?
You're calling me from beautiful Victoria, British Columbia.
Now, I see quite a bit of foliage behind you there. So it's still light there, and I think it's probably getting dark where Lynn is by now, right?
Yes, it's 9 o'clock this evening.
Okay. So we are calling the 2 opposite ends of Canada. So now, as much as I know about Canada, I learned all from SCTV and Bob and Doug McKenzie. So you're going to have to set me straight a couple times tonight. All right. So let's start. Lynn, quickly, I'm going to ask you about your pagecedents. Now, pagecedents, everybody, those are... Oh, Do I not have it? It is not going. Okay, your antecedents are actually your past pageant activities. So, what have been some of the past pageants that you've been involved in, Lynn?
Well, I've been in pageantry for almost 22 years. Participated in local events back home, and I'm from West Nipissing, which is a small community in northern Ontario. So I participated, and my niche is producing pageants. So I started doing winter carnival pageants, producing them, helping young ladies from our local community to participate. I was very fortunate. Back in 1995, I won Miss All Canadian. So I did do bigger pageants, but I really do enjoy organizing and being part of the team, and also trying to help young girls showcase their talent. And I mean, they're all in all fun stuff that we do during the pageant times.
That's great. Yeah, I think a lot of what's great about pageants is people just interacting with each other, getting away from their computer screens, getting away from their TVs, and getting out and getting to meet new people from, in this case, you met people from all across the country of Canada, and you two are an excellent example. You're extreme opposites of what is a huge, huge country. Now, Sue, same question to you. Antecedents, what have been some of the past pageants you've been involved in?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. The Mrs. Canada Globe pageant was my very first pageant.
Oh, really? So what got you interested in pageants, Sue?
Well, you know, it's a very good question, because I've always loved everything.
I ask exclusively good questions, just so you know.
Of course you do.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have to be honest myself that I am incredibly good at this. No, what got you started in pageants?
Yeah, I mean, the question really was why did I get into this particular pageant or get into pageantry? And I had never considered it before, but I've always loved everything to do with beauty and fashion, and I really like helping other women. And I was thinking, and I also wanted to find a way to motivate myself. So I thought, well, what's out there? I mean, I'm 53 years old. Can I seriously go into a beauty pageant at my age? So I did some looking around, and I found the Mrs. Canada Globe pageant, and I was so inspired. I went in with the motivation of getting myself in shape and having a great time. And I actually came away with meeting some fantastic people and really impressed with the whole pageantry system. I had no idea that it was so empowering for women, and that the whole idea of it was to give back to women. It was all about charity and camaraderie and all the great people that I've met. So this was my first pageant, but I'm maybe that's not my last.
Well, I believe you guys are competing in Las Vegas soon, correct?
We are. It's going to be so much fun.
So what happens in Vegas? I know it stays in Vegas. No, what are you actually competing for in Vegas?
The two of us are competing in the Mrs. Globe Classic competition. So this is our opportunity together to meet women from around the globe that are all competing for that big title. So I'm excited.
It's fantastic. Where are you guys staying in Vegas?
It's called the Westin Lake Spa Resort.
Oh.
It's really close to the airport, not close to the Strip, but it's a beautiful hotel.
Yeah, some of the greatest resorts in Vegas actually aren't on the Strip, because they have to try harder to get people over there. And it's really a fabulous city. And Las Vegas, one thing about Las Vegas, people always say, oh, all these pageants are in Las Vegas. There's a lot of flights. You can get to Vegas. You can get to Orlando, Florida. People complain about it. I'm like, there are a lot of flights. You can get there. And that always makes it more exciting and easier for people, particularly with international travel like you guys. It makes it a little bit easier to get in there. Now, I don't know much about Canada. I told you that at the beginning. So I'm going to ask each of you, and again, I'll do it in turn so that we're not talking all over each other. But Lynn, what is the best part about living in Canada? And you're forbidden from saying the weather because I know that's not true.
It's actually the people. We're so known throughout the world. We're very friendly people. Um, we have great tourist attractions. If you like fashion, um, multicultural city, Montreal, I definitely would recommend for you to come visit Montreal. Toronto is also a beautiful city. I'm going to be in Toronto this weekend. There's a lot of activities in Toronto as well. The Maritimes, my husband and his families are from the Maritimes. If you like great fishing, great people, if you want to kiss a cod in Newfoundland, you can do that too.
What? If you want what?
It's a tradition in Newfoundland that when you visit Newfoundland, you kiss a cod. So
You kiss
it's a fish.
Yeah, it sounds
good luck.
fishy. It
Yeah.
sounds fishy. Okay.
Yeah, no,
You didn't think I was going to leave that behind. Okay.
well,
All right.
I've kissed uglier, so I can.
Okay. Okay. So, Sue, what's the best part about living in Canada?
Again, I had some time to think about this, but just look behind me. I mean, you look outside that beautiful greenery, the nature. I travel a lot around the world, and my favorite part is coming home. I mean, just actually arriving into Victoria and looking at the mountains and the trees and the greenery is just spectacular. So I think it's the nature. It's just the fact that we have so much space and nature and beauty around us all the time.
That's incredible. It is gorgeous there. The last time I was there, I think I was 7 or 8 years old. I saw Niagara Falls, and that's about the only thing the 7, 8-year-old me remembers. So it's probably high time for me to get back to Canada at some point in the future. Now, which coast should I visit?
Bye.
And
I
fight.
think I'm closer to Wisconsin than Victoria. It'll take you maybe 3 hours to get here.
Okay. All right. And go. Fantastic. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you about the competition. What's your favorite phase of competition? We'll go to you, Sue, first this time. Is it an evening gown or now Globe? I can't remember. Is it swimsuit or not swimsuit in that one? Is it fitness wear?
No, we've actually got a swimsuit one, and the one for the Mrs. Globe Classic, we get to wear a cover up on it. So,
Okay.
my favorite portion, I think, is really the personality profile. I like the speaking component. It's fun to wear the evening gown, but I like getting that question that we get to sit there and interact with the host and with the audience.
Okay, so that's on stage, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and do they have a time limit on that? See, we have a lot of people that compete that are watching, so I have to ask these specific questions. So
Absolutely. 1 minute time limit, and if
1
you go
minute.
over, you're off.
Do they play you off like they do on the Oscars, and the band strikes up and they pull out a hook and? No?
I think they actually take the hook, to be
They
honest.
do.
It didn't happen to me, but they did warn. If you're over that 1 minute, you're done.
Okay, so Lynn, same question. What's your favorite portion of the competition?
Well, I have to say I do like the evening gown portion. I'm also a model, so I do like doing runway fashion shows and presenting myself on stage. I do like the questions. I'm bilingual, so sometimes I have to think a little bit more when I speak English. But if you're ever needing a translator and for French, I would always be there to handle any translation that needs to be done. For any other type of pageant when it comes to, different girls competing in different countries as well. But fashion, modeling, that's pretty much my niche.
Now, I guess I'll throw this one out to both of you. Canada, is it a big pageant country? Is it a small pageant country? Are there a lot of resources for people that are competing in pageants, or is it impossible to find pageant coaches and pageant clothing? What are your thoughts?
Lynn, over to you.
She just passed the buck. Look at that.
Well, I have to say there's not a lot of pageants in Canada. We're very conservative still in the pageant world. If you talk about hockey or Tim Hortons, we're very popular. But when it comes to pageants, a lot of people don't understand what it is to be in a pageant, why people participate in the pageant. They have a misconception that we're only pretty girls in nice dresses, and that that's all we're based on is our outer appearance. But there's a lot to it, and when it comes to pageant, there's a lot of preparation, that not only physically, but you also have to be prepared to be responsible in case you do win the crown. That you have an obligation to the organization and whatever platform that they are with, or charities that you will support, and also like to try to support other things in your community. So it's a lot to do with that, and I believe that eventually it's going to get popular. I know there's a demand for it. There's a demand to organize pageants. There's not enough organizers that understand how to put this together. But there is a demand for contestants, because I get approached quite often, and it's just they want to participate. They just don't know where. And then because other countries are so advanced when it comes to this, that Canadians, we have a tendency of not being able. Mind you, we did very well this year at Miss Universe. We placed top 10, which is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I'm friends with Lynn Gauvreau, who won Miss Canada back in 2005, and she won Miss Universe in 2005. And I mean, she's the last one that won. I think there's only 2 Canadian women that won Miss Universe. So we still have a ways to go, but hopefully by myself and Sue and being able to talk to, to yourself and other pageant associations out there, that will make more awareness of how they can participate, and which contest is good for them as well.
So, Lynn, you're very involved in pageantry, including T-Era model agency. What is T-Era all about?
Well, T-Era Models Canada is my company name. It's actually a program that I'm launching in September. It's geared to help young ladies to participate either in the modeling field or into the pageantry field. So some girls are more fit to be models because they don't have the ability to perhaps articulate or to be comfortable to speak in public and stuff like that, but they're very photogenic and they're very beautiful when they walk on stage to showcase new clothing and stuff like that. And there's other models out there that don't meet the requirements to be a model per se for agencies and stuff like that, but they're very good candidates to become pageant ambassadors. So those are the girls I would work on. I have a team of people that work for T-Era Models. I have an amazing choreographer that teaches runway fashion. I have great makeup artists and hairstylists that are going to teach young girls how to apply makeup for nowadays with YouTube and Instagram. There's different ways of applying makeup, as well as pageant coach, which I am. So I'd be coaching the girls how to properly to present themselves on stage, how to do proper interviews, how to make good eye contact and things like that. And it goes on, but I'm launching this in September. I'm very, very excited. And I'm right now coaching a young girl from my hometown of West Nipissing. Her name is Casey Tongay. She's 14 years old, and she'll be competing at Miss Teenage Canada in August. So I'm very pleased to be her coach and mentor.
Fantastic. Now, Sue, you're also, you have something you're involved in, Revenue Wire. What's Revenue Wire all about?
Oh, sure. Revenue Wire. I work for Revenue Wire. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for them. We've been around about 10 years, and in a nutshell, we're a payments and performance marketing platform that's designed to help people make more money online. So we have about 30,000 different marketers from around the world that promote products that we have in our network. And we have a full service e-commerce platform and capabilities to be able to power any type of transaction around the globe.
Yeah, was that English, Lynn?
So
You're my translator here, Lynn. Was that? What was that? I don't know what just happened to me.
I'll say it in French.
Okay, well, thanks. That'll help. You know what? I'll probably understand just as much. It'll be great.
No, you want to sell something online, we're the people to help you do it.
That I understand. Thanks so much. That's great. Okay, we're at the end of the first little segment. Now we're gonna do something that we do at the end of each of our pageant casts. So what I like to see is your best pageant wave, and I think I'm gonna start with you, Lynn, because I have a feeling you worked on this a little bit here. So I want to see your best pageant wave. So let's see it. Sock it to me. Okay, so that's called the wiggle. She's doing the wiggle. All right, Sue, now it's your chance. Let's see your pageant wave. She is getting self-conscious. Okay, we got two wigglers. We got a double wiggle going on.
It depends. If you're on a float, then you're on a float, you know.
Okay,
but
and
when
then
you're way close to the people, it's just
wait.
close.
Hold on. So when you walk up to people, you wave? Because I shake their
wave
hand.
like this if they're close, but if I'm on a float, then I wave like this.
Okay.
You know.
A little more active and animated when you're up on a float. Okay.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you both, and we're going to be recording another show in just a second. But I thank you both and wish you both Tiara Dreams. Tiara Dreams, Lynn. Tiara Dreams, Sue.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Boom. Okay, that was great. Just so you're aware, the chat room, there's not much activity in there. So they're probably watching from Facebook instead of on YouTube. So we are going to come back and we're going to do show and tell. And then we're going to play a game called the Fantastic Favorite 5. And I am going to actually let you both play against me. And I'm still going to win. So that's coming up in just a moment. I just have to get some things set up on my screen.
How long do I have? Like a second?
Yeah, you can take a second. Yep.
Hang on.
Hi, Lynn. It's just us. Ditch the dirt. What happened at the pageant?
If you ever somebody in Montreal or in Canada to be your special reporter, I'll do it out of Tiara Models Canada.
Fantastic. We'd love it. We would love it. Canada has been a tough nut to crack. We have more people involved in pageants in the UK. By Australia, we have a strong backing. Obviously, countries that don't speak English, they kind of go, look at the fat guy. And that's all they do. So we're having a hard time getting with those. But the English-speaking countries, Canada has been lagging behind. So, okay, really? we're going to get things started here. I have to click the right thing, though. That would be a good idea. And we are going to go live in 3, 2, 1. You're watching the PageantCast, and you're so lucky to be tuning in today because we have two of the beautiful young women that were competing at Mrs. Canada Globe. Let me introduce to you Lynn Gauvreau. Why did I get it wrong? We're going to start again in 3, 2.
Oh my God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the PageantCast. We have a great show lined up for you. We have two of the beautiful young women that were competing in Mrs. Globe Canada. And we're going to start with Lynn Gauvreau, Mrs. Ontario Globe Classic 2017. She's way over on the East Coast. And going over to the West Coast where things are more relaxed, we go over to Sue Connors, Mrs. Canada Globe Classic 2017. Did I get everybody's title at least correct? I was making a mess of names, but I at least got the titles correct. Oh, I'm going to pay for this. I just know. Well, we've got a great show lined up for you tonight because we are going to do a little segment that everybody seems to love. We're going to do Show and Tell. And we are going to start with you, Lynn.
Okay.
There you are. And you saw the little chalkboard. It was just like in grade school again. And you brought something along to talk about. What did you bring, Lynn?
Well, I brought this. This is a bracelet that my dear friend Kathy gave me before she passed. Unfortunately, I lost Kathy about 4 years ago from leukemia. Okay. But it brings me a lot of strength and good energy. And even though she's no longer with me in here, but she's with me in my heart, and I carry her with me when I need support or anything that I'm going through in life, and she gives me this beautiful energy. So this is my show and tell.
Could you hold that up a little bit higher? Oh, that's pretty. That is really nice. Well, thank you for sharing, Lynn.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. So next, we're going to go to show and tell, and I have to do the little graphic again because it's so cool. Now we're going to that West Coast. And there's Sue, and Sue has her show and tell item. What do you have, Sue?
Well, mine isn't quite as touching as yours, Lynn. I had a beautiful dog that doesn't want to come over and be my show and tell. You come here. Can you see? Over here. Over here. Oh, he thinks he's got to sit. Can you see his face? Come here.
Yeah.
Here, come here. This is Sammy. Do you want this?
He was so good staying out of shot. Now you want him in the shot, and he won't come in.
I really tried to get him in the shot, but, as a background, I've got a crown. There you go.
Now, a lot of times people ask about the crowns. Is that crown, is that a heavy one, or how is it?
It's not that bad. It looks heavier than it actually is. It's probably just about maybe a couple pounds. Okay. It's impressive. Not bad at all.
And it stays put?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Well, that's a key consideration.
Yeah, kind of squish it together, but it stays right on the head, and you can walk around. Now you can see that Sammy's in the shot as well. So
there you go. Now, Sue, I was also told that both of your eyes are different colors. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. I actually didn't notice it until I was in my late teens, but one is a light brown and one is a dark brown, like it's a hazel and a dark brown. So every once in a while I'll notice that people are staring at me oddly, and it's usually when I'm in the sun, and I'm asking, what are you doing? And they're like, you have two different color eyes. Yeah, there's something different.
All right. Okay. Now, have either of you had a chance to do any appearances yet as your title?
Not me. No, not as of yet. I'm just starting.
Okay. Lynn, have you gotten a chance to do any appearances yet?
Yeah, I got involved with, I was in Ottawa because they had an art exhibition for the refugees, the Syrian refugees that are now Canadians, and they had an art exhibition, children from the ages to 6 to 12. It was a fundraiser for that, and I also participated in a Greek fundraiser for the children of Syria that are immigrating in Greece as well. So I'm very partial to children. I love supporting any type of organization that helps children. So I've been doing that, and right now I'm also speaking. I've been a sponsor for Plan International Canada. I have 2 foster children that I've been supporting for the last 10 years, and I'm also in discussion with them to be part of their Because I'm a Girl campaign, which once my Tiara models launch, $25 per every students that enroll in my class will be donated to the cause as well.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Okay, we are at a point in the show where things are going to go completely haywire. What we call this is the fantastic favorite 5. Cue the music. There we go. It's pageantry's least favorite game show. The rules are very simple. There's only 4 of them. So here we go. Are you ready for the rules? Because I take this very seriously, by the way. This contest, first rule, this contest is set up so that I win. Any attempt to thwart that effort will be against the rules. That's number 1. Number 2, I will ask you about your favorite thing in 5 categories. These categories have been selected to give me a distinct advantage. Deal with it. Third rule, I will ask you a trivia question about your favorite thing on the fly. If you don't answer quickly enough, you lose a point. If you can't answer the question, you lose a point. Keep in mind, I don't have to answer the question. I just have to ask it. And number 4, I'm going to win. Be prepared for the stinging loss. Okay, so here we go. Get ready for the fantastic favorite 5. Did I mention the things that we talk about here are things where I have an advantage, so you can already start your wheels turning. What sort of things is he going to ask about? So I'm going to start, and what I'll do is I'll switch back and forth between you. So it'll be one of your favorite things, and then I'm going to ask the other one about your favorite thing. Thus giving me a better chance at winning. So here we go. Lynn, what is your favorite theme park or theme park ride?
Oh, I have vertigo, so I guess nothing to do with heights. So I would have to do, and nothing that spins. So I like the fast cars, those bumper cars. That's my favorite thing.
Bumper cars.
Bumper cars.
Really? Bumper cars.
Yeah. I don't get a ticket that way because I just bumped into you,
Okay. Bumper cars. I have to come up with a trivia question about bumper cars for Sue. So Sue, please tell me, who invented bumper cars?
Alexander Bumper.
That Google tells me you are wrong. Wrong. I get the point.
Prove me
1
wrong.
point for me. All right. I'm off to a good start. Thank you. Sue, this question, I'm sure, I took one look at you. I knew this was going to be a question for you. Please tell me your favorite horror movie.
Oh, that's a great question. I'm going to go back to the original Exorcist.
The original Exorcist. A great choice. Do you know that movie, Lynn?
Yes.
Damn it.
And it still haunts me, so
Oh,
yeah.
God. All right, I'll make it easy.
Linda Blair played the main actress.
Oh, I'm gonna make it a very easy question for you.
Okay.
What is the name of the actor that played the elderly exorcist? The older priest.
Yes, come on. Yes. The older priest. Christopher Palmer.
Incorrect. It's Max von Sydow. I actually knew the answer to that one. So I get another point. I like how this is going. Now, that means if you get the next question wrong, it is mathematically impossible for you to win, which makes the game much more fun for me. All right. Here we go. Lynn, are you ready?
Yes.
Your favorite fictional character. Could be from movies, could be from books, whatever you like.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman coming out with a movie in just, 2-3 weeks when we're recording this. Probably by the time this goes out in some of our venues, it'll already either be a big hit or a big bomb. So I'm going to ask you, Sue, who plays Wonder Woman in the new movie?
Oh. I tell you, the old one.
I know.
I have no idea.
No idea. I'm afraid no idea is not the name of the young actress playing Wonder Woman. It would be Gal Gadot, which I would think you would know, Lynn. That's kind of a French name there. I'm not sure she's French, but it's kind of a French name. So, all right. Now the game is much better because I've won. So let's go with favorite movie genre. Sue, what is your favorite movie genre?
It's horror.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Lynn, here's an easy question for you. Very simple. What's my favorite horror movie? Yeah.
It has to be something with Stephen King, and I will go with this one, The Fog.
Incorrect. So I get to
But
play.
you Stephen King, no?
It's not Stephen King, but that was actually a very good thought. It's another Steven Spielberg. His first big hit was a little movie about fishing called Jaws. And it was all about kissing cod over on your side of the of Canada. That's what originally was based upon.
I see. Okay.
I know things. All right, and I guess Lynn, it's your turn. Favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show?
Seinfeld.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
Seinfeld. Seinfeld. Sorry, Seinfeld. That was French.
Seinfeld. I was like, what? What did she just say? Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry Seinfeld, and
But he's coming to Montreal this summer. We're so happy to have him.
is he? All right, he puts on a great show. All right, Sue, are you ready? Now, are you what you call a Seinfeld aficionado, Sue?
No.
Perfect. This makes me happy. Who played George Costanza on Seinfeld?
Oh, I should know this.
I think I will allow Lynn to give you a hint.
His first name is Alexander.
Actually, that's his last name. Jason Alexander.
Okay, Thunder.
Jason Alexander. It sounds like you had that one, so I am not awarding myself that point. And I only won by 4-1. You guys rallied at the end. Congratulations, good job. But you get absolutely no prize. You already have crowns. Don't get over it. Get over the stinging loss. It's such a stupid game. I don't care. It's We're going to keep trying this game show until it works right. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming on the show tonight. It was a lot of fun having you on the program. I'm going to give each of you a minute or so. I'm not going to play you off. You can take as much time as you want, but I do want to ask each of you about your year. Anything in particular you want to let our viewers and listeners know about your year of service? Things that you're looking forward to, things that you hope to do, and the things you've already accomplished. We'll start with you, Sue. Any last words to our viewers and listeners?
Well, my year is really just starting. I just got out of the Mrs. Canada Globe competition and now have this title. I really want to spend the year giving back to the community, not only to the local community, but really supporting the cause of the WIN Foundation and coming up with ways to, network people from around the world to be able to help with the great cause and to just basically give back to the community and move forward.
Fantastic. And Lynn, same question to you about your year as Mrs. Ontario Globe Classic 2017.
Well, for me, I'm definitely excited to be able to help one of my local pageant girls from West Nipissing. She's competing at Miss Teen Canada. I want to be able to reach out now that we have this lovely technology of Skype that young girls can reach to me to ask me questions or to prepare for new upcoming pageants. I also want to be able, unfortunately, we suffered a big flood here in our community, and I'm very fortunate that my husband is a contractor. So this summer we will be volunteering to help the reconstruction of our community with the Red Cross. And I'm just really, excited to go to Las Vegas, excited to be with Sue again and meet with lovely women around the world and to be able to share this experience. And it'll be something that I'll always cherish. So you're never too old to do anything new. So I'm really, really happy to take part on this. Well, and thanks for having us, Kim.
It's going to be super exciting and a great pageant. It was wonderful having both of you on the show and beating you so soundly in my game show. That was probably a highlight for almost everybody. Thanks so much for coming on the show and being good sports and doing the show and tell and telling us all about the fantastic Canada Globe system. And we hope all of you can check it out as well. Websites and links to all the stuff they've been talking about are going to be in the show notes, everybody. So check those out. Click, 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 click all over the web. And be sure to follow Lynn and Sue on their approach to the crown. And maybe we can have one of you back as Mrs. Globe for the entire world. Won't that be exciting? So we're looking forward to that. Thanks so much, and we'll see you all around Pageant World. And let's see that last pageant wave. This time I want you on the back of that truck and in the parade. Let's see the big animated. There we go. All right. Fantastic. Tiara Dreams, everybody. Tiara Dreams, Lynn. Tiara Dreams, Sue.
Thank you. Good night.
And that awkward moment while I tried to click the closing. Thank you so much, you two. We do have more people watching live, but they are not busy in our chat room. I've been watching the chat room, and I think they're just listening in. But we really want to say thank you to all the folks that came out, that watched it either on Facebook through the links or came out to YouTube to watch it live. Of course, this will stay out there on YouTube until we edit the final shows, and then those will replace this video. So this video is going to be active up until that moment when we get the nice super produced versions. So want to thank you both, and we're going to sign off of YouTube, and I'll talk to you for just a moment after that. So say goodbye to all the people viewing live. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bonsoir.